Welcome. Welcome to Touching the Edge. Thank you so much for joining. My name is Drake. Thank you for being part of this series on courageous relaxation, this transformation that is about us becoming actually who we truly are. I mean, after all, when you truly relax, what comes out of you is really who you really are. And we want to recognize that it's almost like, like the Wizard of Oz, where they're following the yellow brick road. Well, we want to follow the yellow brick road to our own authenticity, to our own courageous relaxation. It's really a road that we build as we're going on. And this road that we build is built through some basic elements. It's built through the mortar of our emotions and the bricks of our thoughts. And so recognize that your emotions plus your thoughts is actually how you build a path to your own relaxation. Recognizing that we don't want to build thoughts and emotions that actually separate ourselves from ourselves. The same emotions and thoughts that can be a road can also be built up into a wall that separates us from our own selves. And so we want to recognize these and use these words and treat ourselves like we're far more powerful. I mean, realize this. If you really felt that you were important, you wouldn't allow yourself to feel the way that you sometimes do. I mean, for instance, if you were in a really rough situation with a small child, a burning house as an example, you wouldn't tell this child that we don't have a chance. You'd be saying confident and soothing things to this child, and you would do everything you could to get yourselves out. We want to have the same relationship to our own selves. We want to develop a relationship with our nervous system, which is our own childhood self, that allows us to calm down and soothe ourselves so that we recognize that things are going to work out. When you keep in contact with that statement and train yourself to be in that intimate relationship to realizing that things are going to work out. Now, part of the way you can do that, is the words that you use. Really listen to what you say and make sure that you understand words and what they mean so that you can use them to move yourself towards the situation. Combine the right words with the right level of emotion and you can automatically create a positive path. So let's go over some words right now. Let's go over 4 of them. Let's go over 4 words that at face value mean the same thing, but as we break them down, we find out that they have very subtle meanings. The first word is equanimity. Recognizing that the word equanimity means to see all things as equal. Another way of framing equanimity is positive indifference. Equanimity and positive indifference is like the sun shining in every direction at once. It doesn't shine on one situation. It has an ambient field of light. We want to have that field of light that we call love, which is an enthusiasm for exactly what is. And so this is that relationship to equanimity. Second word, let's look at the word tranquility. Tranquility. Tran means in all ways and all things. Quill is the writing utensil, and it comes from the word city, meaning home. So tranquility means that you are the writer, the author of your own life. And as the author of your own life, taking this radical authorship of your life, that means that you never put yourself in a victim mentality. Anytime a writer is writing a story, the writer is bigger than the story that they're writing. You are larger than life. In order for you to experience your life, you have to be bigger than it. You're not just who you are day to day. You're having an experience of your life that's set back, that observes your whole life as well as the particular. So when you have this tranquility, when you assume authorship of your life, you don't have enemies. And even on a big, broader scale, you recognize that on some level, the whole thing is propelling you to who you need to be. So we've gone through equanimity and tranquility. So how about the word serenity? The word serene really comes from looking at the ocean. When the ocean is calm, that's a serene ocean. So when the ocean is tumultuous, it's a troubled ocean. So when you are troubled, you're not serene. But when you are in serenity, you have a calmness that is so deep. Remember that down deep in the ocean, there's always this serenity. There's always this deep calm. And we want to recognize that this serenity, this deep calm, is directly that relationship to courageous relaxation that we're looking to manifest. And the final one is contentment. C-O-N, the prefix con, which means wholeness. Tent is another word that in the context, just like intent, it means that inner sanctum, that home. So content So con means wholeness, tent means inner, and contentment, M-E-N-T, means to be active. It means to be doing something. So contentment means to be actively investing in inner wholeness. When you have that inner wholeness, you're complete. Nothing in the world is going to make you bigger or smaller. When you are whole, you are complete as you are. It doesn't mean that you've accomplished all that you will. But an oak tree is an oak tree all the way from the beginning all the way to the end. And so even though you're in your evolution, you're also in your completion. And recognizing that, you are in contentment. Now, recognizing these 4 words and activating them in different ways. Activate your relationship to equanimity, finding positive indifference, loving exactly what is. Activate yourself in tranquility, realizing that you can change your life by changing your inner relationship to it and accepting it as it is, as a whole. Activating your relationship to serenity, realizing that you are exactly the you that you need to be if you show up and say yes to your own presence. And activate your relationship to contentment, realizing that you are already whole. You never had to do anything to be whole. Your story is already complete, so you can just allow yourself to be and to unfold. These are elements of courageous relaxation. Please, let us know what you're doing to be relaxed. I'm going to ring the bell. I'm going to ask you to listen carefully. Here we go. Courageous relaxation is looking in the mirror and recognizing all the lines in your face are expressions of beauty. I bring my hands together and I bow to you. You are exactly you, and I'm glad to hang out with. Namaste, my friend. Thank you.